I was given the gift of measurement. I can measure with my eyes. And everything that I draw and everything that I paint, I do freehand. I never use compasses. I don't use straight edges. I don't use protractors. And the reason for that is not some sense of arrogance, and it's not just because I can. The reason for that is that when I focus at that level, when I tune into the piece of artwork at that level, then it becomes alive, because I have the gift of measurement. I know when it's right, and I don't have it if I'm not paying attention and if I'm not focused. And when I'm paying attention and when I'm focused at that level, then the thing that I'm creating comes alive. What this is for me is an actual talisman. It is a magically created tool that can be used in ritual, in prayer, in ceremony, and in magic. And it can be used that way because the thing in and of itself is powerful. This is a precisely accurate visual representation of a moment in time. It's not always a natal chart, but in my mind it is always a natal chart, and a natal chart means a birth chart. Because even if it's for a moment in time, or if it's for a relationship, it's when we fell in love, it's when we met, it's when the moment that I started my business, those are all births. Those are all beginnings, whether or not it's an actual physical human birth through the body of a woman. And a birth moment is the moment of greatest potency. It is the moment when a being comes from another dimension into this one. When a being has enough cohesive organization to move from another dimension, we don't know where, and into this one, and actually survive the journey, and then begin to grow and change and evolve and take form and become something living, dynamic, unique. This is the moment of our greatest power and potential. And that is what the natal chart represents. So in and of itself is powerful. Even if all you have is a printout that you printed out yourself or from your astrologer, it is powerful. And you can use it when you pray. You can use it when you ritual. And I experience this, and I'm confounded by it. I'm humbled by it. I'm in awe of it. And it is my work in this life. It is my great honor in this life to take that visual representation and to craft the most beautiful piece of fine art with my bare hands, without tools, that I possibly can from it, on behalf of another. And this can be used as commemoration. It can be enjoyed simply for its beauty, because it is beautiful. And it can also be used for magic. It can also be used for reference. So if you are into astrology, if you really love it, if you follow it in a way that it is a hobby, not necessarily your career, so it's not something you're thinking about all the time, but it's something that you really enjoy discussing from time to time with people in your life, and you like talking about their birth chart and your birth chart, and where's your Jupiter, and what's on your IC, and I can't remember, and then you're rifling through your papers for the printout, or you're searching through your email for the digital image that your astrologer sent you, instead of that, which is what we all do. Instead of that, you have a beautiful piece of fine art on your wall that is reference accurate, and you can walk up to it and you go, there's Jupiter at the moment of my birth, right there. In my work, I am incorporating the visual observable aspects of astronomy and astrology with the nature of visual, conceptual fine art. And those two together, perhaps it's because they are there. It's just that no one else is pointing it out. They're there and they've always been there, those two things. And tying them together, I'm finding such this powerful fusion that I came to realize that this could be used in prayer and in magic. And my experience has been And, you can take this as a metaphor or you can take this literal. And that depends on your practice. But even as a metaphor, it's powerful, and different people have different practices. You may pray, you may do magic, you may do ritual, you may do ceremony, you may do none of those things, but you tune into nature and you move according to how your inner voice and your inner compass tells you to move. And the best way is to combine whatever your spiritual discipline is with that inner voice. And I have found that when we are listening to the inner voice, when we are tuned in to the inner compass, that we are actually moving in accordance with the planets. And so when we combine the inner knowing of the intuition with our spiritual practice, and then we align it with the actual position of the planets, you can do it on your couch, in your pajamas, and watch what moves, watch what happens. And you can draw a circle and put on your regalia and light all the incense and the fire and have all of the tools present. And you can perform your ritual of high magic with great ceremony and drama. And you do it at the wrong time, and either nothing's going to happen or you're not going to get the desired result. Timing is everything, and that is the essence of astrology. Timing is everything.